Bruno, that was a fantastic comeback, a famous win.
Oh, obviously, it's always important to win the game. Doesn't matter, as I said before the game, for us, doesn't matter the opponent, the most important is winning, and we did it. It was an amazing comeback, great effort from the team. I said it before the game to the team. We look like a team now. Some months ago, well, some time ago, you could see sometimes a team, sometimes a little bit, each one of us looking a little bit for ourselves, but now you see a proper team that works hard for each other, and you see that it pays.
The first goal was a little bit controversial, as Marcus was offside and you're in own goal. Did you shout? Did you call?
No, I think because I was facing the goal, Marcus probably saw that I was in a better position. I didn't know if any of us was on offside or not, but it doesn't have any influence because there was no one closer to him. So it doesn't make any influence on the teammates to defend. The only one close was one close to me, so it is what it is. But it's a goal at the end. We are really happy for that.
Marcus, the winner. I thought you were injured in the first half. You weren't going to make the second half. I mean, what a finish.
Just a little knock, but in games like this, you have to just try and push through. And thankfully, I managed to do that. Obviously, scoring the goal at the end and winning the game. That's what we set out to do. As Bruno said, that's always the aim before every game. This game obviously is a little bit special, but either way, we're pleased to have the 3 points and continue winning at Old Trafford.
Needed something to lift you because at the start of the second half, City looked like they had control. Garnacho changed things. He added some pace in there, didn't he?
Yeah, it's a change of dynamics, and I think I've said this many times before, but the options that we've got coming off the bench, even when we've had injuries this year at times in the forward line and everyone's played out of position. Bruno played out of position today. But as you can see, everyone's putting a shift in, and when you've got players like Ghana, young, hungry, full of talent, ready to come on and make a difference, and anything's possible. But yeah, like I said, we're very pleased to manage to come back, win the game, get 3 points, and now it's about recovering and moving on to the next game.
And there's no doubting the significance of this result, particularly when you look back to October. You're now 1 point behind City.
That doesn't matter for us. We have to look forward. We have to look forward for the next game because you can be closer, but if you don't keep winning, they will go. So the mentality now has to be celebrating because it's a big win on the derby. It's a long day today, so we have to celebrate that. But from tomorrow, straight away head on Crystal Palace. It's always tough to play away there. We all know that. So our focus has to be straight on that.
It was a nice interchange for that first goal. I think he could do the same for Marcus. And that's to Bruno. He's player of the match. Well done, gents. Well played.
They've only lost once in their last 19 in all competitions. Rio, Paul and Jolien with me. Deep breath. Jolien, what was your biggest concern or disappointment from the City point of view?
Yeah, the result, obviously. Derby day win. You want to do that for the fans. And it's been a disappointing result, game and week. But for me personally, it's the detriment it does to potential title race. Bigger picture, and the greatest respect to United and who they are. This is a derby game, but for Man City, it's about winning the title. And obviously, that's detriment to them today.
That's a little dig there, wasn't it? He couldn't help himself.
A little one.
He couldn't help himself.
It was all City at the start of the second half, though, Jolien. They took the lead. Just have your moment here and just talk us through how they picked Man United apart for that goal.
No, obviously, Pep recognised the frailties in the first half, and he tweaked it a little bit, and then Kevin De Bruyne exploits the space, and unlike the first half, he played the ball to the back stick, and Jack Grealish, great substitution, obviously came on and scored the goal. But listen, at this stage of the game, City are comfortable, not creating loads of chances, but very comfortable in possession and been able to create the tempo. But yeah, obviously the outcome of the game isn't great.
And that was their only shot on target. They didn't have a shot on target in the game against Southampton as well. Yeah,
again, that will be worrying. The fact that over 2 games, it's 1 shot on target isn't great viewing for City. And unlike Pep's teams and that we've come to see, but again, there's obviously something going on there. But I'm not too worried. It's 2 games over the course of the season. I'm sure there'll be trophies there at the end.
And be honest, at that point, Paul, did you genuinely think Man United had a chance of coming back?
I thought if they get 1, there's a good chance of getting 2. It's always likely to happen over the atmosphere. As Jolien said, I thought City were in good control of the game. 20 minutes after half time, you was slightly worried. I thought Marcus looked like he looked injured to me. He looked like he was injured or lazy. I'm not sure what it was. But these superstar players, they can produce moments that win games, and you have to keep them on the pitch at all times. And I think a special mention for Garnacho as well. I thought it was a massive influence when he came on. Arguably, bit more of an influence than Anthony was, and you know, he's shown when he's come into the game, he can beat a man. He's so quick and create a goal. It looks like he's going to score. He runs through all the time, and he made United look really dangerous.
And that equaliser is the controversial goal. Rashford was clearly offside, Rio. Peter Walton, though, saying he left it, didn't touch the ball, wasn't interfering with an opponent. I think I know what you're going to say, but how did you see it?
It's a goal. No, I just don't think Marcus doesn't impact any of the defenders' running strides, running patterns or positions. And I think it's intelligent from him. He's probably had a shout from Bruno, but intelligent from all of them. It's a great pass initially. He is offside from Rashford, but it's a fantastic finish after that. Cool, calm, collected, clinical. But I just don't feel that any of the defenders can really impact this play anywhere. He's
interfering with nobody, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's not interfering with any of the defenders. He doesn't touch the ball. I think will have a big influence on it. And you have to say at the end of it, good communication from Bruno. He must have been shouting Marcus to leave it. It's a lovely finish.
Yeah, Paul recognised straight away that he wasn't interfering, and I was just hoping he dummied the ball in some way, so Bruno could finish it off. But yeah, it's onside.
Is any defender though going to expect that not to be given?
That's the rule. That's the part of the rule I don't like. The defenders don't want to play offside, and he's interfering in the run and in anticipation of the defender. So I seen it the other day against, I think it was Wolves, Liverpool, in a similar situation. I'm thinking if he's not there, then the defender clears that up. But yeah, again, it's one of them. Marcus actually isn't interfering. He's offside, but he's interfering.
Some will say, City fans, it's at Old Trafford, Manchester United, getting the decisions.
Well, you've got to put yourself in the position to get the decisions, and you've got to make yourself a dangerous team at times. And I thought we didn't do that as much as you would have liked here at Old Trafford. But when we did, I said we got in there and we were clinical. But people listen, they're going to say, oh, because it's Old Trafford here and there with certain decisions gone on in the year. I think, listen, over a quarter of a season, it all weighs itself out.
And then just 4 minutes later, you already spoke about Garnacho. Just talk us through how good he was in the build-up to that winner.
I think he's been good every time I've seen him this season. I think he's been a real threat. As I said, I thought he probably should have come on before Anthony, although Anthony, you know, he does have his strengths, don't get me wrong, but this lad is direct. He doesn't care. There's no fear in a young player. He wants to score goals and he wants to make goals, and he's more than capable of doing it. You see against Aki, you fancy him, but it's only his first ball wasn't great. He got away with that one a little bit, and then all he does is he puts it into an area, and thankfully Marcus is there and the 4 Marcus is on. You expect him to score, and he slides it on it. So
you know what?
Big win.
He's a player who is, with his age, he has no fear and he's not affected by reputations.
No,
so like for instance, I see a lot of wingers face up with someone like Kyle Walker, and because of his reputation and his attributes, pace, strength, etc., probably come back and keep passing it backwards. But him, oh no. That was a winning goal. That's what happens. Well, but yeah, sorry.
On fire, isn't he, though, Marcus Rashford at the moment? Just flying, especially here at home.
He's unstoppable. As I said, for the first 70 minutes, I thought there was something wrong with him, honestly. I thought, well, he did obviously look like he was injured, but he just didn't look the same. He looked like his appetite had gone a little bit. But as I said, with these players, they can win you games at any point of the game. They can just turn it on like that. And the speed, the power, the strength, the finishing ability. And again, he's won United another game today.
Well, I'm sure Pep Guardiola wasn't happy with that equaliser. We can hear from the Manchester City boss now with Des.
Pep, how do you react to that? There's a lot of tempers in the tunnel, and at the end of the match, unhappy with some of the decisions there?
The game was really good. We played really good, and in our levels that we play against them all the time, they are an incredible threat in the transitions, in the counter-attacks, and but the game, I congratulate the team, and it's a proud to come here and play with this personality, and they run behind us and expect one actions and punish us in the transitions.
Is there any dispute from your side about the first goal, whether Rashford was offside?
Well, Rashford offside, Rio Ferdinand no, intervene Rashford or not, distract our keeper and distract our central defenders. The rule, I don't know is the rule, but I know where we play.
And Haaland as well, another penalty claim there as well, which was waved away.
I asked, but...
yeah, no answer. But you seemed to have control in the second half, didn't you? And then it just...
Not in the first, except 5-10 minutes, because our fullbacks were not in the right position, but the second half was really good. And of course, in these stadiums, always you have to do it. And But yeah, we missed a little bit our threat up front, our players up front. We were a little bit disconnected, but it's not easy. But they follow man to man. The switch of plays, the fullbacks are close to our wingers, but yeah, I think we make a fantastic game. So counting the quality of the opponent.
And it's a good assessment. It's a long season. There's plenty of games to play yet.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't care the Premier League and the Carabao Cup. We cannot win, so we won a lot. So it's not a problem. Problem is behave and perform like we have done. Always we are focused on that. So Carabao Cup is out. What it doesn't matter. But we didn't perform how we were, how we are, and today we perform. And after the win another club. So, but now is don't be distracted for what happened today in the first goal and focus of course, in Spurs in a few days.
Thank you, Pep.
You're very welcome.
Pep Guardiola saying Manchester City played a good game. If Arsenal, though, win the North London derby tomorrow, Jolien, they can go 8 points clear. How significant do you think this could be in the title race context?
Yeah, it'll be huge if they go on to win that game. But obviously, they've still got to play Arsenal twice. Arsenal still got to play United. So there's still a lot of games to be played and points to be won. And said if Arsenal go unbeaten in all them games and beat United and City convincingly in the coming weeks, then they will go on to deservedly win the title. But like I said, there's so much football to be played, and now you can hopefully gain on experience. And the City group and the City squad have been in this position over the last 5 or 6 years numerous times. So hopefully that bodes well for them at the end of the season.
Do you know the confidence that gives you, though? When you watch a game like this, the confidence it gives this Arsenal team, they must be sitting